Even in the gun tuber world, we have hipsters. They may not be your run-of-the-mill lefties, but they are hipsters nonetheless, with their beards, fashion choices, Apple fandom, and the one thing that pegs a gun guy as a hipster who will only drink microbrew IPAs, they carry and worship CZ. And this spans the spectrum of gun tubers. We have large gun tubers, medium gun tubers, and small gun tubers, who have shown these hipster tendencies. But I'm not here to make fun or pass judgment on these lifestyle choices. As a matter of fact, I think I want to join this elite company. We have seen that I can grow a glorious beard, I can look pretty good in even the plainest of scarves, but the fashion choice that can take you to the next level as a hipster is not only retro, but authentic retro. Welcome to the Millistorp Mike channel. Today I bring you my VZ52 pistol, or as it is more commonly called to differentiate it from the VZ52 rifle, the CZ52. Most of us in the gun world know that CZ is and always has been an excellent firearms manufacturer, and Czechoslovakia in general made great military hardware. When thinking about the Germans in World War II, many think of Blitzkrieg at the beginning of the war and hardware such as Tiger tanks toward the end of the war, mistakenly putting the two together, when in fact the best hardware in the Third Reich early in World War II came from when they took over Czechoslovakia in 1938. Germany pretty much had the Panzer Mark I and II tanks prior to the war, a slight exaggeration, but you might as well have had corrugated metal, tracks, and a machine gun. The best tank in the German arsenal were the Panzer 38Ts designed and built in Czechoslovakia. These made up about 10% of the force invading Poland and a much larger part of the force invading France. They were only bested by 1942-43 by the Soviet T-34, but even then the Panzer 38T found life as an armored material carrier. The quality put into mobile artillery also found its way into small arms, as Czech-designed machine guns were renowned the world over. Czech Mausers were excellent rifles, and the VZ27 and VZ38 were rugged pistols that found favor with the Wehrmacht. After the war, communists took over in 1948 and officially nationalized weapons production. Unlike most other Soviet satellites, Czechoslovakia continued to design and produce their own weapons. Jan and Yaroslav Krachovil designed the VZ50 pistol in .32 ACP, loosely based on the Walther PP, and it was a straight blowback design. The Soviets wanted Warsaw Pact nations to standardize to one caliber, and the VZ50 was too weak for the hot 7.62 by 25 Tokarov round. Many countries such as Poland, Hungary, and Romania made copies of the Soviet TT-33 pistol, and I've reviewed the Romanian TTC in an earlier video. Link will be at the end of the video. The Krachovil brothers, who also worked for ZZ, again answered the call to design their country's sidearm and came up with what became the VZ52, or as I'd already mentioned, that most today call it the CZ52 to differentiate it from the VZ52 rifle. The TT pistols had a Browning 1911 style lockup, whereas the VZ52 employed a locking system where the barrel assembly interfaced with the slide via a set of steel rollers. This is the same system used on the MG42 machine gun and provides a very strong lockup which allows for the loading of higher pressure ammunition, and the Tokarov round has been known to penetrate lower level soft body armor. The VZ52 also had a safety decocker. You can either carry it locked and cocked like a 1911, or the decocker allows you to drop the hammer on a loaded round without having to ride the hammer. The VZ52 is also somewhat ahead of its time by employing a firing pin safety block, which means that it won't fire if dropped on its muzzle. The magazine holds 8 rounds and has a heel released, which doesn't make for quick mag changes, although one was probably issued only 2 mags, so they better not lose what they had. They built around 250,000 of these pistols between 1952 and 1954. They served in the Czech military and police forces until the early 1980s, when it was supplanted by the CZ52, which fired the 9x18 Makarov round. Many VZ52s saw little use, which is why you can find many in almost unfired condition on the surplus market today. I obtained mine cheaply through a proxy bid auction, and it was still in cosmoline. After cleaning it up, I took it out and shot it with some PPU ammo. It took me a little bit to not shoot low. I think the weird grip angle makes you naturally shoot low until you adjust, but once you do get yourself calibrated to the gun, the Tokarev is a fast, flat-shooting round. The pistol is a nice little piece of history, and in a small way shows the independence of a country in rough circumstances. This shows even today, as the Czech Republic threatens to leave the EU, as they try to put a Second Amendment in their constitution and have freer gun laws than most people in the United States do. And you have to talk to friend of the channel Bald and Curious about Slovakia to learn more about them. Please know where your elected officials and the groups who claim to represent you stand on the Second Amendment. After researching, you might just find the Republican you voted for and the NRA in closer agreement with Feinstein than they are you. Pay attention to the primaries and vote for pro-liberty candidates. Or else you just might find that NRA A-rated Republicans are voting for gun control if you stick with who the party wants in office. Please consider joining the GOA, a true no-compromise pro-Second Amendment organization who keeps you informed on what's really going on. And most importantly, join your state's organization who does most of the fighting that pertains to you. Please check out my other videos, comment, like, and subscribe. Also, please check out my Facebook, Twitter, and who I support on Patreon. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.